So the most important part about aid climbing is leading. If you just ignored the whole rest of this book and really just focused on aid climbing, you'd probably get up LCAP, and all the other stuff, to be honest, would just kind of come naturally. The difference between really knowing how to clean and not knowing how to clean is maybe 10 or 15 minutes. The difference between aiding efficiently on the nose and not is the difference between a 45-minute pitch and a 3-hour pitch. You multiply those numbers by 30 pitches and you can quickly see how it really just comes down to how efficiently you can aid. Other stuff's important as well, but the good news here is that it's really simple to aid efficiently. The biggest danger is that you just add in too many extra steps. So here I'm just going to show you, you strip it down to the essentials. It's really simple, but instead of just being like, right, got it, moving on, I really encourage you to practice this stuff until you're just sick of it. So really all you do, step into an aider, and I always aid like I'm free climbing. I'm always using the face holds to get as high as I can. Right now the rock's pretty low angle, so I can get as really high in these aiders, pretty much all the way in the top step. So then you look for the next piece, reach as high as you can using the crack face holds if you need to. I clip directly to the piece, not the beaner. Here the stuff's pretty bomber, so I'm not going to test it that well. And once I'm on it, I always grab the aider before me. Always clip it to the same spot so you know exactly where it's going to be. Then, and only then, you reach down and clip the rope to the piece. And then again, just as fast as you can, get as high as you can. The big problem you see a lot of people do is they kind of get up a little ways, check things out, think about, you know, the rope, what's going on. You can't do that. What you have to do is as soon as you're on the aider, you walk as high as you can, comfortably, then stop, look around, look for that next piece, reach as high as you can using the crack, whatever necessary. Clipping the aider directly as high as you can to the piece. Give it a little test, make sure it's good. Now, if this was a shady piece, I'd be doing the more involved bounce testing, but here we're on solid ground. And then again, just taking the aider, clipping it to the exact same spot on the harness, and clipping the rope to the piece, and going. Now, some people may wonder why I'm clipping the rope after I clip the aider to my harness. That is to keep everything clean. And people might say, well, in this one moment, aren't you kind of at risk? And the truth is you are. If I was above a ledge that I could hit, I would make sure that I was always attached to this piece. But when you're in kind of a clean zone like this, and you're on a bomber piece, I always clip the aider here first, just to make sure everything's clean, nothing's getting tangled, the rope's not, you don't want to end up in a situation where the rope is like wrapped around things. You know, those are the type of little clusters that only take a few seconds, but when you add them up over the course of a wall, they start really slowing you down. So I encourage you to just get out there on a bolt ladder, C1 ladder, and just practice as much as possible, and then move on to the next section.